Hello, friends, and the dear delegates of online short-term course on research methodology hosted by the Berar General Education Society's Sri RLT College of Science, Akola, in association with the PhD cell of Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University, Amravati, Amravati University of Chemistry Teacher Association, and the Microbiology Society, India. Myself, Dr. J.T. Lamdhade, working as a professor at the Department of Physics, Vidyabharati Mahavidyalaya Amravati. I am delivering my video lecture on literature review. So the content, organization, the structure, and the writing skill of literature review always measures the quality check of your research work. That means it decides the quality of literature review decides what quality of research work which you have done. That means your findings which are in the right directions or in the right paths or in the right, is it check is there, yes or not. So hence all the experts researchers always initiate with the reading of literature review. They will say initially starts from the literature review. That means your the literature review is the perfect, it is in the right directions, so that decides your quality research work is there or not, what kinds of your literature review is written. So literature review is a very important factor as come as a in the research work. So I will start my presentation, start my slides. So today I have main three topics. I have classified this literature review in the main three topics. One is the literature review definition, second is the how to structure or how to organize the literature review, and third one literature review writing, how there is what kinds of steps which you have to consider in the writing of the literature review. So that's also very important. So these are the three important steps or three important topics of the literature review. We have to go in details. The first one is the definition. What is the literature review? So as a name is applied, it is a review of all literatures of your research topics. A review of all literatures. That is simply a literature review. A review of is a critical survey of academic publications and the research on a particular topics. And we also know that one important things, literature review has a one particular separate chapter in many PhD theses or in master or MPhil dissertation. So we also know that one common practice while we are dealing with the literature review, that cutting and pasting the literature review from the other ones and make it our literature review. So that malpractice should be avoided. But in today's lecture, we will be detail explains that how we have to write the literature review, not in the malpractice manner. That will be the different manner. There is some systematic what we have to do and how should we have to do, how should we have to care the literature review. We have to see in details. So my video lecture explains how to write the literature review and examine which elements is required for our literature review. Now there are the four things which are very much important in the literature review, that are nothing but the functions of the literature review. So what are that four things? So first one, it is a must be concentrate or the focus on the previous research conducted by the others. That means whatever the research has done by the other researchers in your areas, in your topics. So you have to focus, you have to concentrate. Then second, it shows the how your study fills the gap between them. You have to also find your gap is fulfilling the current scenario of the research, and whatever your research we are going there is there is some gap, you have to fulfill that gap. Then third one, it shows the necessity for your study, is it requirement, is it necessity of your study. And then last one, always set the boundaries for your research study. That means you have to set the boundaries, you have to start and origin points and the end points for your study, that is the limitations of your study, these limitations of the study. So these are the four important functions of the literature review. You have to keep in mind all the four functions. While you are beginning of literature review, following parameters must keep in mind for the beginning, and these are the important parameters of review of literature. First one is the define the limit problem. Define the limit of problem. So what is that limit of problem? You have to define your problem and limit the problem. Second, establishment a conceptual and the theoretical framework. You have to establish conceptual and the theoretical frameworks. Unless you are aware of the work of the others, you cannot build upon establishment foundations. This is a very important thing. Then third, avoid unconditional replications of previous studies. Sometimes it is approximate to replicate the previous studies, but this should be done intentionally and for a particular purpose. A literature review helps you to make the informed choices about the research topics. Then next, select the methods and the measures. The success or failure of previous investigations can provide the useful material for you when you design your own research methodology. You can assess what has worked before in previous context and why. You may be alert to new methodology and procedures. Relate finding to previous knowledge and suggest areas for further research. The findings of your own research needs to be related back to earlier studies. This places your work and can point to other areas that needs the further investigation. Your thesis is much more coherent whole if your discussion section drawn on and contrast with your literature review. Now, these are the all important parameters of the literature review. 5 are the important parameters kept in your mind while you are writing the literature review. So, one another important concept in the literature review is the critical evaluation, is a very important element of the literature review. That is, a critical evaluation is nothing but the justification of your research work, that how it is different from the others and why it is necessary to conduct. That means what is the novelty or what is the uniqueness, what is the ideal characteristics of your research, that is how it is different from the other ones. You have to show that. That is a justification, and the critical evaluation is not a very easy, it's a very difficult job to find. So you have to find that what is the novelty of your work, then the others one, what is the new things which you are carry in your research work. So that critical evaluation carries a very important things in the research. If your the critical evaluation is a perfect, then there is no problem in your research work. You may try a lot of times, because in the PhD you know the patients are required, so you can easily find if you have patience. If you don't have patience, you cannot be find anything. So for the patients are very important in the PhDs. So it is essential you include the critical examinations of your material you have read. So this critical evaluation is very important for us. There are the many factors you need to keep in mind when the reading of piece of work. Factors such as sample size, research design, measured use, bias, number of variables will need to be considered. Design a checklist that you use the template while evaluating the written materials. This will allow to you consistent in your evaluation. Ask for input from your supervisor when designing it, and you are required to reduce your own biases, and the checklist is an effective way to do this. Begin with the questions in the section on critical reading. Ask yourself how to research is relevant to your study and how it is different from your study. So you have to find the critical evaluation. Next slide. Scope and the length. So I want to discuss the scope and length of the literature review. For scope and length, for scope, limit your review to include the current state of theory. When you begin your reading, do not overread. Restrict the size of your reading to allow you to actually get on and with the review. Read the article twice, first time to understand theme and the concept, and second time with the critical eye. That means for the scope you require the critical eye to find out the scope of your research work. You will also require to know the great deal about your topics, about your PhD topics, but you may not be have to write everything that you know about it. You may be able to limit the scope of review to include the current state of theory as it stands to date. Second is the length. There is a rule of thumb we have to apply there. For the master dissertation, you may go back for 10 years, not more than 10 years, because in the master degree you require the less efforts. Whereas in PhD, you may go further back to back in time is required to discuss with the problem with your supervisor. The length of your review will be vary as well as format. Discuss with your supervisor what would be the suitable length rather than being verbose and the less concise than you should be. The review should be demonstrate your ability to synthesize a body of literature. It may be better to have a briefer and more focused review than the lengthy ones. Whatever you decide, discuss this issue with your supervisor. So the length regarding the problem you must have to share with your supervisor, and generally the supervisor will tells us what length we have to decide that. Then third one, however in your literature review avoid the verbosity, that means it does not so long with your discussion. So verbosity, you have to avoid the verbosity. That means your the discussion should not be very long. Number fourth, show your ability to synthesize the body of literature. You have to show the ability to synthesize the body of literature, and it should be very brief and the focus. That means the literature review should be brief and focus. And the last one is the audience. Audience, keep in mind your audience when you write the review and do not presume that they know what you do. Do not presume that they know what you do. When the researching your topics, you will have to immerse yourself in the subject. So do not assume that even your supervisor or the research committee is aware to things you now know. On the other hand, there is no need to state the obvious. If you are not sure whether it includes the definitions, elaborations, expansions, or certain topics, ask your supervisor for the feedback so that we can limit your scope and the length of your review of literature. So these are the 6 parameters we have to consider while writing the review of literature: scope, length, verbosity, ability, brief and focus, and audience. So you have to keep in mind all these 6 parameters while doing the scope and length of your literature review. Now, what should be included in the review? What we have to include? The most important things we have to include, that is a summary of existing knowledge of your topics. You have to add the summary of existing knowledge of your topics. Then critical evaluation of your work. That means a summary and then critical evaluation of your work. That should be how to include even your thesis, even your literature review. Then let us find there are some examination key point questions. You have to ask yourself while you are doing the research. These are the very important questions. There are the 7 questions that is regarding you have to find the answers while doing the research, while writing the review of literature. The first one is the what's research has been done previously. That means you have to find the history. Then you have to find the what research you have done by the others in your topics previously. You have to find that answer. Second, what have others said about your topics? What is the others they have used certain topics? Is there is an some what is the relevance to my study? What is the relevance to my study? How is it different from my study? Do the result of existing research agree or disagree? Or there is a flaw in the existing literature? And number 7, you have to always keep in mind you are showing which gap is existing between the research and research you will have to fill. That means there should not be gap in between the current research with reference to the your research. That means these are the 7 questions you have to answer that. That is what the others one done previously. What is others said about your topics? Is it relevance to my study to other ones? Is it different from my study? That is nothing but you have to show here the critical thinking. Have get the some results they are agree with the other ones also. Is there is any flaw in your existing research? And there should not be gap in between your research, that is the current research, and your research. So these questions are very important while writing the review of literature. Every research has a history. You can start this research history by surveying the university database by online or offline. Second thing, abstract. Third is indices in the books and the library and research consultation. Now, what priorities of material types? What you have to material we have to use while you are writing the review of literature? Where you have to given the priority? The first one is the article in the refereed or international journals. This is the first priority. That means you have to use refereed and international journals, articles in the refereed or international journals. Second is the book or chapter in the edited books. Third is the article in national and refereed journal. Fourth is the conference paper or research reports. Fifth is the master dissertation and the PhD thesis. And the sixth is the website and the articles and the non-refereed journals. So these are the sequence of priorities that material we have to use while writing the review of literature. So this sequence is very important for us, but our researchers generally starts from non-refereed journals and they will be going the reverse order. So that is not the very good while writing the research paper or while writing the review of literature. You should have to follow from the refereed international journal to books, articles in national and refereed journal, then conference paper, then master dissertation, PhD thesis, and then lastly website and the article in non-refereed journal. That means you have to follow the path, so you will research that literature review will be the effective. Then how to structure, how to organize review of literature. That means how to structure review of literature. So while for organizing the review, that is the structure literature review, or for the structure of literature review, the following some guideline I have considered on the basis of this Newman et al. That research paper in 1997, it recommended that the literature review forms one separate chapter in your thesis. This is the most common when the research problem is defined early on and remains relatively unchanged. However, if the direction of study changes due to new research finding, then the new research literature may needs to be included in the subsequent section or chapters. Each subsection of the suggested review structure will be expanded upon the separately. The first one thing in while writing this review structure, the first one important thing is the general background and information. So this is the first section. What should be included in the first section? That is in the general background and information. It includes the information, a review of past and present literature in the relation to your research purpose, clarification of purpose of your study, general hypothesis to be tested. That means in the first chapter of your literature review, that general background information, that is regarding introduction, review of past and present literature in relation to your research purpose, clarification of the purpose of study and the general hypothesis. So this is the first. Second one, that is a theory. This section outlines the relevant theories that impact your study. You may find it difficult to find the information for this section, especially in the new field of research. Still, even in the groundbreaking research, there should be some theoretical foundation upon which your work rests. There may not be a strong link in this case, but it does help if there is some basis of your work. Whatever the topics you include in your review, they must bear some relationship to your focus. Though you may not be find the literature that specifically relates to your topics, you should be integrate the key points from the related studies that you have to allow you to make the interference and the indicates that you expect to happens in your study. Then review of literature on instruments. This section is a review of literature on the instruments or measures you will use as a part of your study. You need to present the evidence that support your choice of instruments or those not chosen. This section should be focused on the relevant literature specific to the study. One suggestion is to examine most current instruments first and work back from there. You need to include the reliability, validity, estimate and the description of the sample that you have received the instruments. When dealing with the many variables, it is useful to write the separate section on each variables in the review. Then summary. The summary is precise of what has been written about in the chapter. It should not be verbose or repetition of the entire content of this chapter, but rather a succinct account of current state of knowledge on your topics and the instrument used in the study. In addition, there should be sense that you have explained the background to your study that endorses the decision to you are made to study your topics. Then the most important thing regarding review of literature is the sequence of review of literature. So the review of literature will not synthesize the literature, but it must be present the literature in the logical sequence or in order. Your aim is to indicate to reader and the understanding the problem under investigation. However, you organize it, your review should be highlight important aspects of the literature especially that area you wish to address and improve on. You can organize your review by moving from general concept to more specific concept. Second is the chronology. Third is the topics. Fourth is the type of research. And last one is the any method you can sense. So your sequence in the research is very important while you are writing the review. Then how to structure your sections. There are the number of methods to how to structure your sections. Organize by related independent variables, organize by related dependent variables, organize by type of design, organize by chronology, organize by theoretical premises, organize by findings. You may wish to use the finding that develop resonate for your studies. This can be most difficult way to organize your review. So there are no single best way to organize your chapter. So do not waste a precious time looking for it, just write it. So for the structural organization, how to organize your sections by different methods. If these methods are not effective, you can use the alternative method. There are the two methods, that is a two topic thesis and then funnel format. The two topic thesis is the alternative method where we are using the two different parameters, two different variables. By using that you can use the two topic methods, and then in funnel method you can use the essay writing format in case of a funnel formats. So finally, I have one final word of advice, that is constantly check your requirements and speak as often as possible with your supervisor. So you have to in touch with your supervisor while writing your the review of literature. So this is the very golden rule to be an final words of advice to you, that saying, buddy researchers, you must have to follow the instructions given by the supervisors. These are the my some references, my work I have done here by using these some research papers. Finally, I thanks to organizers have given me opportunity to share my views on the review of literature or literature review. Also thanks to my all gurus who have given me the ability to speak in front of you. And finally, I also thanks to management of RLT College of Science, Akola. Thank you very much.